Why do you have a bag of candy corn behind you, Alex? Well, that would be because I am a human who requires nutrition to live, and sometimes that nutrition comes in the form of sugar made to look like kernels of corn. Hey y'all, it's me, Alex. Today I have a little Empties video for y'all. I have a bag full of stuff. It says it's a Sephora bag, but none of these are, I didn't think a whole lot of this is Sephora stuff. This is my second take. I tried filming this morning, but then they decided to do like leaf blowering outside. So anyway, that being said, let's get started. The first thing I have, and I'm saying this because it's very close to being done, is this Body Shop Tea Tree Skin Clearing Facial Wash. I love this. I have already repurchased it, unfortunately, because my Ulta did not have the big bottles in stock at the time of my purchase. I had to get a little tiny mini thing. But I'm thinking that combined with this is going to get me through at least all of winter break. And it's wonderful. It doesn't dry my skin out too much. I like to use this during the fall and winter when my skin, since it's a combination, it does get a bit drier. And this is able to cleanse it without it getting too horribly dry. Like, I can put on a light moisturizer after this and be good. In that same vein, I also have a little bottle of the Body Shop Tea Tree Skin Clearing Lotion. I have mixed feelings about this, because the thing is, it did clear up my skin a lot. It did a really good job of that. However, it didn't do the moisturizing part that a lotion needs to do. Like, that's kind of the entire purpose of a lotion, and this didn't do that. It actually dried out my skin more. So while it did, like, it made my skin look really nice, but I had to put on, like, a lot of moisturizer after this. So may repurchase it, might not. If I can find something better, I'm gonna use that instead. I also have two makeup remover wipes, Empties. I have one from e.l.f. and one from Wet n Wild. I've repurchased the e.l.f. ones because I got the Wet n Wild ones because Walmart was out of e.l.f. and I much prefer the e.l.f. ones to these. These are really nice and soft. They're not too wet, not too dry. They're able to get off makeup really well. They're really wet. Like, when I pull one out, I have to wring it out. And they are basically just really damp baby wipes. And I didn't like that, but I finished them anyway because I'm not about to go buy more makeup remover wipes unless, like, this is making my skin break out or anything. So get the e.l.f. ones, not these. End of story. I also have a little Real Technique sponge that I'm throwing away just because it's too stained. No matter how much I wash it, it's stained and gross. I also have this Lush Dark Angels face and body cleanser. I'm going to repurchase this in like the spring and summer when my skin is oilier. However, I didn't even finish this. It just expired like a couple days before I could finish it. It expired on October 10th. And I probably, can you tell? Can't really tell, but I had about like maybe 2 or 3 more uses out of this, but I really wasn't sure how long. I'm not sure how long you're supposed to like use it after the expiration date, or if you even can, because I know this doesn't have preservatives in it. If any of y'all in the comments have more experience with Lush products, let me know, because I would really like to buy this again eventually. Just because this does dry my skin out a lot, I'm not gonna buy it until my skin it gets into the more oily time of year. But this is really good, and it's charcoal, and I love the smell of charcoal. So eventually it will happen. I also have this Glam Glow Power Mud, whatever the green one is, that was meant for acne. I got a little small sample size because the big sizes are way too expensive for me. And I really like how this smells. It's super good. It smells like apples to me. And it did do like a really good job on my face. I used it when like I needed a more, the top isn't going on right, I needed a more like emergency, I have to get my skin clear now type of thing. However, I'm not going to be repurchasing this because I purchased this under the idea that this was cruelty free. However, I have since learned that Glam Glow sells in China, so that sucks. Glam Glow, if you're watching, stop doing that. I have 2 foundation samples that I finished, mostly because and I wanted to share these because I wanted to talk about them. I had a Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation sample in Light 48 and Too Faced Born This Way foundation sample in Vanilla. I think I want to get the full size of the Kat Von D. That one's $35. This was a really good shade for me, and I loved how it wore on my skin. The Too Faced one, I don't know how I feel about it. I think the shade I got was a bit too yellow, so that probably affected how I felt about it. But also, like, when I first put it on, it took a while for it to really settle into my skin and actually look good. It did wear really, really well, but it took a while for it to like look good on my face. So I might see if I can get a sample in a different color and try it and see how I feel, but I'm definitely gonna get the full size of this one. This one, the full size of the Kat Von D is like $35. This one's, there people. This one's like 40-ish something, I'm not sure. I'm gonna try this one first, and I'll do a full foundation review once I do eventually get that. I don't know when I'm buying new things. Did I just get lipstick on my chin? When I do that with my lips, I sometimes get lipstick on my chin. Anyway, I have 3 things left. Speaking of foundation, I finished up my bottle of Wet n Wild Coverall foundation. I have the shade Light. I've talked about this a million times in a whole bunch of my videos. I love this. I've already repurchased it. I got it repurchased from like Five Below for $4. It's wonderful. I have also finally decided to get rid of my Too Faced Size Queen mascara just because I've had it for so long. Like, you can tell the label's entirely rubbed off. However, eventually I am going to repurchase this because I do know that I love this better than the Better Than Sex mascara, just because I really like the brush, and like the Better Than Sex mascara isn't bad. It's just this formula is, that one's like a really nice dramatic type thing with a big brush like this one. However, this one is meant to give you more of like a wide doll-eyed look, which is usually what I like to go for more. So I am going to repurchase this eventually because this was like one of my first tie-in mascaras too, and I really, really, really do love it. Last thing, I have a little NYX HD concealer in Light. I've gone through many of these. I am going to repurchase this at some point in the near future, probably before I go home for winter break. I do have like an e.l.f. HD lifting concealer, which I'm using in the meantime just because when I went to go buy this, this wasn't in stock. But this is still definitely my go-to concealer, and I'm gonna get more of it. Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe to see more videos like this. Side note, I am currently working on pre-recording all of my videos until like January 18th. January 17th or 18th is when I'm gonna be back at school, but the thing is I have winter break from December something until then. There's still people? Why I gotta do that? Anyway, I have winter break, and when I'm at home, I don't have an internet connection at my house because we live so far out in the country. And so I would have to go to the library to upload my videos on a regular basis. So I'm trying to schedule them ahead of time, mostly because I know how the weather is where I live, and I could get snowed in very, very easily on a day that I would have to upload and not be able to make it to a library or anywhere that I would have an internet connection. So I'm at the very least going to try to get at least like 3 weeks worth of pre-recorded videos up. And if I make any over break that I'm able to put up, I'll put up like a little bonus video every week, just, you know, for y'all's patience and the fact that y'all are dealing with me trying to figure out my lack of internet connection and everything. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I'm getting into finals week, so that's also added stress along with the pre-recording. But I'm gonna keep on keeping on, and I will see y'all in my next video. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye! Straight line. Although this is pansexual makeup, we're not worried about being straight today.